Oh, I have no sound from you.
How about now?
Perfect. How are you? Nice to meet you.
My pleasure's mine. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm very excited to have you on today. I have lots of questions for you.
Okay.
I'm going to kick off with something, I guess, in regard to all the exciting stuff that's happening in crypto in 2024. I think a question that everyone wants to know is, what is your favorite kind of sandwich?
Tunisian.
What's on there?
Oh man, they're great. Got like a hard-boiled egg and tuna and spicy red sauce called harissa.
Wow. This
Oh
is
yeah,
a
it's
very
great.
exotic sandwich. What kind of bread is this on?
I think that you could do a few different type of bread, but I think the best one is challah bread, which is like
Oh,
like the Jewish like Friday night bread. You
wow.
slice in the middle, and then you can deep fry it. Yeah, it's called something else though. I forgot what it's called when you deep fry it, but it's got the same ingredients, and
Mhm.
it turns into a completely different monster. Deeper, like
I
in a pita.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
amazing. I want a deep fried spicy pita.
it's good. Good
That's
stuff.
probably the most exotic sandwich we'd have on the show so far.
There you go.
He's already bringing the goods. So let's talk
My
a
mouth
little.
is watering thinking
Yeah,
about it.
no, mine too. I want this. I'm gonna have to recreate it. I don't think anywhere in Australia is gonna serve this
Yeah, just look
sandwich.
it up. Tunisian sandwich, you'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want it. Let's talk a bit about what's going on in the market at the moment. So it's a really exciting time for crypto,
Oh yeah.
and you are sort of one of the founders and influencers in the field. So I'd love to get your perspective of what's happening in the current market with Bitcoin at the moment. Why the sudden bullishness? You've made a really interesting prediction for this year, so I want to talk you through that too. But yeah, let's kick it off. What are you excited about at the moment? And let's also talk a little bit about altcoins that you're excited about as well.
Yeah, happy to. Can I share my screen and stuff? Is that allowed?
Absolutely. Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay. Well, if I push that button, that usually does it. Bitcoin. It is the only asset in the world, the only item in the world that has true scarcity and verifiable scarcity. It cannot be messed with. It cannot be manipulated by any single living being on the planet. Um, there is only 21 million of them that will ever be. 19.5 million have already been produced. Probably around 5 million are lost forever. People threw out their hard drives or whatnot, or lost their passwords. And that means there's only going to be another 1.5 million that will be produced, and that's going to happen over the next 120 years or so. Now is a very interesting point in time. So here we can see the 2013 bull run. I mean, it doesn't look like much here, but if we do that,
Yeah,
it actually
it's all
was pretty
perspective, right?
ginormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could use a logarithmic chart to show it better, but I can't be bothered at the moment.
That's fair.
This is the 2017 bull run, bear market of 2018. And then this was known as DeFi summer, early 2021, when all of Wall Street suddenly understood that DeFi was going to replace them, and they start getting into it. And then, of course, somewhere around here, FTX and Three Arrows Capital and Celsius all got into some hot water. And then this over here, I like to look at it on the daily chart if we can find it. Yeah, this is the bottom. I called that bottom. I said, hey, look, everybody, that looks like a little tush. That is the bottom. And it was. And and then yeah, so this is what we're looking at right now. This is the bull run of 2023, when everybody still thought that it was a bear market, and I'm telling you, people, this is a bull market, and like people didn't get it. But Bitcoin went up some 100 and definitely triple digits. I don't remember the exact number. So why now? So first of all, the ETFs, I have to admit, I kind of downplayed them when it was getting excited. I just was sick of hearing about it, because we've been hearing about it since like 2017. The Winklevoss tried to pass an ETF, and they've been trying to pass ETFs since then. And I wasn't sure that Gary Gensler was ever going to do it. And then he did it, and it ended up being fully embraced by Wall Street. Like, we're at the point where like they're not trying to fight it anymore. They understand the value of Bitcoin, and they're very happy about it. They're very happy. Like, portfolios now have, so for a portfolio manager, you say, okay, Bitcoin is interesting, let me get some. There's a difference between, for a retail investor, it's very easy, because you can just you do some research, you say, okay, here I go to an exchange, I buy some, and if you're an advanced user, you put it into your cold storage wallet. Anybody, please do not keep your disclaimer. Do not keep your crypto on the exchange if it's for long-term purposes.
Yeah,
take it off the exchange. Learn about cold storage, because there's, Celsius would not have happened to you. FTX would not have happened to you. Mt. Gox would not have happened to you. Gerald Cotton would never have gotten your money if you'd have taken it off the exchange and held it yourself.
Absolutely.
It means you need to remember your password, but remember your damn password, please. Literally, I can't be beyond that. I can't be responsible. But now portfolios who don't have to worry about, the portfolios who want to get in and can't figure out how to remember their password or put a protocol in place to go to an exchange, which is a shady place, and like how to get Bitcoin and put it on, and have protocols that say how they're supposed to manage assets and what type of assets they're allowed to add. And ETFs fall under that category. Bitcoin does not. So now just about every portfolio manager and portfolio on the planet is able to add Bitcoin in their portfolio. Now they're just asking themselves, well, how much? Right? Should it be 1%, 3%, 5%? Right? And those are the arguments they're having on Wall Street at the moment. So that has been instrumental so far. And going forward, we have in 50 days the Bitcoin halving coming up. Bitcoin halving is going to be a bit difficult to predict exactly when it's going to happen, because it does depend on block times. It's going to approximately 50 days, which is April 20th, so 4/20. That's my prediction. It's going to happen on 4/20 because of the significance and the gravitas of that day. It's just this is the weird timeline that we live in, anyways.
Yes, absolutely.
So the reward for mining a single block of Bitcoin is going to go down from 6.25 to 3.125, thereby enforcing Bitcoin's disinflationary mechanism and ingraining that onto the blockchain, making it more and more scarce going forward. That is happened, will happen. My belief, and I just got some confirmation bias from Edward Snowden, who tweeted yesterday, and I've been saying this from the beginning of the year, this year we will see nation states adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Like central banks going in and saying, okay, almost all central banks hold US dollars in their reserves. All of them do. Okay, let's be serious. And the dollar is not a great investment. It is specifically designed to go down in value. Bitcoin is designed to go up in value. The central banks can, they don't have the same hurdles that portfolio managers did, right? Where they could research, how to put in place a protocol to execute a multi-signature wallet, right? Where you have the governor of the central bank and two of his underlings able to sign off on a transaction and be able to hold those keys. But now they even have ETFs, so let me make it even easier for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Literally. They have a perfect case study, which is El Salvador. President Nayib Kelly has adopted it, and that has gone very, 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 very well for them. I believe that Argentina will most likely be one of the first because they've just elected President Javier Milei. He is literally one of my heroes on this planet. Yeah, so he was elected on a platform of dismantling the Argentinian central bank. So he hasn't really come out and said, "Hey, we're going to go full Bitcoin," but we're pretty sure that's happening soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's in a nutshell what's happening now, and why the specific number 280,000. I mean, I pulled it out of the air. I don't see the future. I don't predict the future. I can only kind of tell what's happening now and what's happened in the past. And then, as a licensed portfolio manager, whenever we look at the charts, I have the obligation to say past performance does not indicate future results, meaning we don't know what's going to happen in the future. It's depending on things that haven't happened yet.
It's very exciting. 280 would be great for us all.
Would it though?
It would for me. I can't speak for everyone. It's exciting though. I even this week, I have a couple of friends from work who have no crypto experience, and it's interesting the way the media and the market sentiment works, because obviously things are looking really good at the moment and everyone's trying to buy in. But it's funny because no one was having these conversations 8 months ago.
Absolutely.
I had friends that rang and said, "Crypto is dead. Are you okay?" So
yeah, no, we were.
Yeah,
We were. We just nobody was listening to us.
That's right. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, it should be very, very interesting to see, especially what happens after the halving event. I know it'll be sort of like the new future of crypto. And I'm kind of interested to see even what happens before the halving event. Do you think we will hit past our all-time high pre the halving event? What are your thoughts?
Yes, I believe that it is a distinct possibility. I mean, the way that we're going right now, I mean, the current trajectory, we could be there by the end of the week.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. We're at 61,500 right now. Like, the all-time high is 69,420.
Yeah.
So
So
I mean,
close.
maybe not by the end of the week. I think by Tuesday it is doable. Unless look, pullbacks happen, and especially in bull markets, in every bull market before, things get volatile. What a lot of the time what happens is people take out too much leverage and then they get completely wrecked. So go easy on the leverage. You can, there is ways to make a lot of money with it, but there's also ways to lose a lot of money with it. So for those of you who are not seasoned traders, understand that if you use leverage, you probably will get wrecked. So treat it like you're going to a casino.
Yeah.
And if you're not into that and you just want to invest, there's one way to do it. Buy it, take it off the exchange, hold it in a cold storage, because then you will never get liquidated. You will not lose your Bitcoin. You will be able to hold on to your Bitcoin and watch it grow in value and be very happy about the growth.
Yeah, that's really good advice. I like that sensible advice as well. Yeah, trading shit coins is only for people that are high risk takers, for sure. Can we talk a bit about? I heard that you and your company, Quantum Economics, is creating a app where to assist people trading utilizing AI. Can we talk about that? That's very exciting to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're talking about Cora Finance, which is a spin-off of Quantum Economics. So Quantum Economics helps companies grow. We're a research and advisory firm. We're a successful research and advisory firm. And Quantum Expeditions is our Bitcoin mining firm. We just achieved profitability after 2 years. So we're very proud of that. And it's growing fast. We have a crowd fund going, which is currently off the rails and about to release a Bitcoin ordinal. Cora Finance is our DeFi project. It started out, I would say, Well, it's a long story, yes, but February 2022, I started advising on a project called Revolt Network. And then, when they wanted to get listed in South Korea, and that was like their main plan. I advised them, look, guys, crypto's global. You need to have more plans than just a token listing, which is like a short-term pump. You need to like think about like long-term. But they didn't. And then when Terra Luna crashed in South Korea, they were really messed up from that. And the founders started fighting with each other. Nobody updated the community in like 2 months. Nobody spoke. And then when they started, then they couldn't pay their bills anymore, and they started firing the devs. The devs started to, as far as I know, I don't want to throw any mud, but they started to dump the tokens. As far as I know, the core founders never actually dumped. But as an advisor, I wanted to do whatever I could to help, obviously. And they said, look, we want to hand the protocol off to somebody else because we can't do it anymore. And after hooking them up with about 3 or 4 capable people, and nobody really wanted it, is they just said to me, "Hey, Mati, you care so much, just go for it." And so we acquired it for very bear market, bottom of their bear market deal, and we own a DeFi protocol. And for me, that was just just a way to get our foot in the door, to understand what's going on. We definitely tried to restore the project to its former glory. It was not possible, especially working in a bear market. There was zero funds for it, and very difficult to get people excited or interested in a project that had essentially been rugged. But the technology that they built, the user journey, the experience, I think that there was some lack, but for true degens who got it, it was a very useful tool, because what it allows you to do is, you have the way that DeFi works is you have pools, and those pools, staking pools, will give you a yield on your coin. So you lend your money to the pool, and it gives you money back. This is actually a much better way to invest your money than lending it to a government, which I don't know why anybody in their right mind would want to do that. But in the meantime, like while DeFi is being built, there are dangers to there. There are pitfalls, there are hacks, there are scams, there are rugs, there are projects that just don't work out for any number of reasons. There are ways that we can manage that, and we are implementing several of those into Cora. But the main innovation here is AI, because AI is a game changer across the board for everything in the world. We all know it. We all see it coming. It's obvious at this point. AI is going to change just about every aspect of many aspects of life on this planet as we know it. And because DeFi is so complicated, I mean, I like when somebody comes to you and they message us, "Hey, Bitcoin is going. What is this Bitcoin thing?" You're happy to get on the phone with them and say, "Hey, go open an account here, download this wallet." Okay. But if somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, what do I DeFi? What's a DeFi?" What are you going to tell them, right? Oh, go spend 6 months researching it. Like,
yeah, it's not consumer friendly.
yeah. So there are people who get it, but those people are generally like they live it, right?
Yeah.
But for somebody who wants to tap in, and they're a fireman or a doctor, they're not going to have a chance.
Yeah, it's not palatable. Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're creating an AI that will bring people along and help them invest in DeFi in a very user-friendly way, onboard the next 100 million users onto the blockchain, and give them a safer alternative to lending their money to a government.
I'm so excited. I will definitely be watching this. When do you foresee it being launched?
Oh, we're not in a rush with this one. This is the type of project that takes time. I mean, and when you think about startups, timing is everything. Quantum expeditions, quantum economics, the timing was perfect, right? When we launched quantum economics was just before COVID. It was like literally, like I left eToro November 2019 to work from home. And then everybody in the world started working from home 3 months later. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
hey, welcome to the club, guys. And it was just a great time at the beginning of a bull run to get started on a venture like that, helping companies grow and advisory and stuff. And then Quantum Expeditions, we just started November when Bitcoin busted 35K. That's when we said, so we've been sitting on the sidelines researching, laying the foundation, laying the groundwork for the company. But we saw that the market was going down and the price of the miners was going down. So we understood that if we would buy mining machines at $10,000 or $15,000 a piece, that they would be losing value over time and depreciating. So we actually made our first purchase in November at the exact bottom of the market. So when you're thinking about startups, timing is even more important than the team. And I've seen like a TED talk on this recently, which basically explains like team, timing is 60% and then team is like 20%, right? And then there are other like factors as far as like technology and product market, fit and stuff like that. But for me, I'd like to time this. Well, right now we're timing it as far as this bull market is concerned, raising capital, because this is what we're able to do right now. We need to capture as much capital as we can so that we can build an amazing product. And as far as the product is concerned, we'd like to time it so that it is a ready, investable household name by the time the bond market collapses.
Yeah, that's ideal.
Wouldn't
For
it?
sure. Yeah, that would be perfect. It'd be so interesting, people that were previously balls deep into bonds moving into crypto.
I can't understand them. It blows my mind. It blows. Why would you ever lend your money to a government? Why? What? And then dilute yourself to thinking that this is a safe investment.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's silly. It's really silly. And
Whereas,
I don't know why nobody else sees this.
And they have extreme distrust of crypto generally as well. It seems to go hand in hand.
The thing about that is that there is a lot more scams and shadiness happening in traditional finance than there ever will be in crypto. But it happens behind closed doors and nobody ever figures it out. JP Morgan, I don't want to start looking up numbers on our live stream, but go look it up, because there are people who track how much they've been fined. Okay. And is in the hundreds of billions. And that's just the amount that they've been fined for things that they got caught on.
Absolutely.
Start imagining like that's the tip of the iceberg. How much shadiness is happening that they don't ever get caught. And I'm sure you've seen the movie Fight Club, right, where they apply the formula, right? You can just imagine like the formula that they have in their boardroom. Should we do this or should we not do this? Well, if we get caught, how much are we going to pay for it? Well, then we're going to be making more money than that anyway, so let's just do it.
Yeah, of course.
Full stop. When scams happen on the blockchain, they are generally exposed within hours, if not minutes. I'm talking about like true blockchain decentralized program. I'm not talking about Celsius, where you don't know what the hell is happening on on Alex Mashinsky's balance sheet because you don't have visibility on them. I'm talking about blockchain protocols where you have visibility on your funds at all times, where you can read the smart contract and understand. A coder can read the smart contract and understand what it does, explain it to his boss and say, okay, this is and that his boss, and then as a team they can say, okay, place the funds there, and there's no shadow of a doubt where that money's going. So yes, that can be that's just a much better way of investing. It's revolutionary, but it's not easy for everybody. So what I'd like to do is make it so that grandma can do it easy enough. Download an app on your phone, or maybe even on the glasses if that's the popular mode at the time. And then the biggest Wall Street investor can also do the same thing, because it's convenient and it's the best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. What altcoins do you like for this year? Like, what? Obviously, this is not financial advice to anyone listening, but what have you got your eye on?
Yeah, anything with a ticker. It doesn't really. It doesn't really matter right now. it's difficult for stuff to go down in a bull market like this. And I mean, unless there's like a really big public fiasco, you're not going to get many losers. But for myself, and somebody just tried to pitch me like a meme coin, and I'm like, I don't. I could go there and put $500 on it, yes, but I'm not going to be there to watch it, and be there to say, okay, here's my exit. Like, okay, I don't sell things. I buy things. I try as much as I can, unless I need the money for something else. Unless I'm going, oh, wait a second, I need some money over here. Where am I going to get it from? And I go, oh, okay, I've got that, and that. Okay, this is the one that I least care about right now, right? But as far as like a meme coin, I'm not going to be like there to pick the top and try and figure out where do I get my money out or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to buy assets that I can hold long term, and I can, So for me, I mean, mostly where I've been invested in is my own ventures, right? So, those type of things that I've advised. Lunar Crush, for example. I invested in them, and those are the type of investments I want to. I'm in a position where I'm able to not only invest my money but also contribute my knowledge, understanding, and connections, and leverage them to make my investment even better.
Yeah, absolutely. You're more about a quality investment than a short term jump in, jump out. Yeah, that's interesting take.
I try to.
Yeah, absolutely. How can you give me a brief overview how you very first got into crypto? Like, what was your starting point?
Sure. I have to say thank you to Yoni Asia, the CEO of eToro. I just started working at eToro. I started there in must have been July 2012. And then Yoni sent an email out in March 2013 about this blockchain thing. And I started reading this blog, and I'm like, why do I care about decentralized technology? And then, at the very bottom, it said, and this is a way that we can have money that is independent of governments and banks. And I was like, whoa. That I can understand. I don't care. I don't get the technology. I did get. Then I started researching it, but just that one sentence, after some, I watched firsthand the 2008 financial crisis. I was, in a financial institution at the time. So, I've been paper trading since I was 12. So I understand the scam that is fiat money. And I understood this way before, the Occupy Wall Street movement happened, or, the movie The Big Short came out and explained it to everybody in very simple terms that everybody could understand. So the prospect of having internet form of money that was independent and trustless and verifiable was extremely attractive to me. I went to Facebook immediately and I said, hey, everybody, this is the money of the future. And you know what? Nobody cared.
Yeah.
I was like shouting in an empty room. Like I don't do Facebook anymore, but at the time I was getting 50 to 100 likes per post. And this one got like 7. And I'm like, what is going on with people? Like you don't like, you're not okay, fine. Yeah. So later that year, the Bank of Cyprus came out and started stealing from people. I don't know if you are aware of this, but basically, they did something called a bail-in, and they actually gave everybody a haircut, like 10 or 20%. They just took out of their bank accounts. And when that happened, Bitcoin also jumped. And that was the first analysis that I actually wrote about Bitcoin, proper analysis blog. It's still out there somewhere. Later that year, some people from Ripple Labs came to give us a presentation at eToro, and they gave us each 1,000 Ripple coins. They weren't called XRP back then. That was actually happened in the 2017 bull market. I did have a small hand in that as well, because it was frustrating to me.
I lost you for a second. Yeah, keep going. You're all good. We're still recording.
Yeah. So a journalist came to me in 2017 asking. His name is Oscar Williams Groot. He was a really good friend back then. And he's like, people buying this Ripple coins and like not really understanding what they're buying. And I said, yes, this is frustrating because it's not a stock. It's a utility token. They're not buying a piece of the company. They're buying something that has a usage within the platform that they're building. And now they're building other platforms that don't necessarily use this token. And people are still thinking that they're going to take advantage of that by buying these coins. So this article came out blasting Ripple, and like that was really the start of the SEC's investigation. And that's like a week later they rebranded it, saying, okay, we're going to have to call this coin XRP and not Ripple coin.
Yeah.
2014, I got some Dogecoin. I lost the keys. So they're still out there somewhere. I think there's about 1,000 Dogecoin. I'm still looking for them. Maybe I'll find them one day. I don't know. But yeah, it's been an exciting ride. 2016, I think it was. Oh no. Ethereum came out with the DAO, which was the first DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. So I invested in that. And it blew up rather spectacularly. And then I closed my Ethereum. I didn't think about it for a while. I thought it was hacked. My money's gone. And then like a year and a half later, I came back and like, oh, my money's still there. And it was worth a lot more. So actually, that turned out to be a very good investment, even though it was a flop.
Yeah.
That shit happens in crypto all the time.
Yeah. It's like lose some, win some. That's just it's a roller coaster we ride. Yeah, that's amazing. And so what are your personal goals for this year? Obviously you're working on a lot of projects. But yeah, what do you sort of want to achieve by end of 2024?
I don't know. I sometimes feel like I'm overwhelmed, but more often I feel like I have endless capacity to do more.
I love that feeling.
And I mean, Quantum Expeditions, I mean, we've got an amazing team in place. Everybody's, pushing forward. And Quora, we're just getting off the ground now, so there's going to require a lot of time and attention to make sure that it's nurtured and coddled properly. Make sure we put the correct team in place, and that everybody finds their place within the team comfortably, and that we get all of those stuff sorted out. So I'm really going to be focused on these two things, I think, for the next few months, anyways. Quantum economics, I'm working on something special, but I don't really want to give away too much just yet. And then, and I just always have my ear to the ground looking for new stuff to get involved with, new projects to advise. There's so much exciting things happening right now with this, with this bull run. When prices start going up, there's more capital for entrepreneurs and builders to get on with it. So that's it's exciting. I'm very happy to see what's happening in in DeepIn and RWAs and in AI. All the narratives right now that are booming, because I believe that I mean, some of them are going to flop, but
of course,
I think that if even just 1% of these companies like really make it big, I mean it changes the world in such a profound way.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's an exciting year for sure to be in crypto, especially after the bloodbath that was 2023.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
To say that was tough.
I was trying to convince my friends who are not so into crypto not to bail out and sell it a loss. It's like, it'll be okay, I hope.
Don't waste your time. I mean, like, people are going to do what they want to do. I never try and convince anybody of anything. Like, if people ask me questions, I'm happy to answer them. But if somebody says, hey, I'm selling, even somebody close to me, he just said, like, I bought $150 worth of Binance coin in 2021, and now it's only worth 30. I'm sticking to traditional assets. Like okay, what am I gonna say to him? Like, fine, dude, enjoy. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna, like, if you want to ask me questions about why this is a good investment or why I feel that this is great for the world, like, I'm happy to talk for hours. But if you just like come to me with like preconceived notion about like this is what you want to do, like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. That's what I always say. But I do think the platform you're building will be it'll be great for onboarding newbies. I think that will be a great start for people. The simplicity and also I guess removing some of the risk, I think will be an excellent pitch for people that are not sure yet.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. That, it's not, I mean, not just in crypto, but like, I've been in the traditional finance world forever, and I've been on the phone with, and I've spoken either one-to-one or one-to-many with thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people who come into the markets, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and thinking they're going to make $1 million with $100 deposit. And it doesn't usually go very well for them.
Yeah.
And I've seen loss rates in Forex and commodities trading, in stock trading, and I've seen people just like get their asses handed to them. And I know that with the current tools that are coming out, and well, eToro was revolutionary too. Don't forget, I was there for 7.5 years, and I don't want to give away their numbers, but they were much, much better than the previous solutions, right? Online trading, Forex, like you'd see 97% or 99%, even 99.5% of people who come in lose their money outright and not be there in 6 months.
Yeah.
In eToro, there's a much better percentage. It's not close to, not close to half, but still much better than previous. But with the new tools, I believe that we're going to get to a point where most people are making consistent returns. And that's an exciting prospect, because financial markets are a vehicle for wealth generation. And until now, that all of that wealth has been captured by the elites.
Absolutely.
And blockchain just blows that wide open.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, that's the potential, isn't it? Yeah, I love that sentiment. We're out of time. Thank you so much. I could talk to you all day. You're a great brain to pick. But yeah, thank you for coming on.
It's good. Nice to meet you, Coco.
Yeah, it was lovely to meet you, and I'd love to have you on the show sometime again, maybe after the halving event if you have some time, if you're not too busy.
Okay, after you've had a proper Tunisian sandwich.
I promise I will. I will make sure I either buy or make this Tunisian sandwich before I see you next.
Enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night.
Bye.